I really wanted to study away because I thought that it was a perfect way to apply what I was learning in the classroom to an actual multicultural world.
That was one of the biggest perks for me joining NYU is there's this vast global network.
The mission for NYU is global education. Being able to study away, it's an integral part to it.
I was placed in Washington, D.C. for my first year, and it was my top choice campus when I applied to NYU.
NYU Buenos Aires.
NYU London.
I studied away at NYU Accra.
NYU Los Angeles.
NYU Tel Aviv.
In London. And then currently in New York.
I'm Italian, my whole family's Italian, but I didn't grow up speaking Italian. I wanted to get in touch with my family and my past, and I thought this was a great way to do it because it would allow me to see where they lived.
I come from Cameroon, so I've always been passionate about African countries, so NYU Accra was obvious to me, like I just had to go there. It's also one of the very reasons why I decided to go to NYU in the first place.
In terms of visas and paperwork, NYU is definitely here. It's definitely here helping you get everything ready.
They were super helpful with other things like getting a phone number once we landed, setting up our bank accounts. Having their support was super nice and helpful.
I didn't really feel like just a number studying away. I felt actually connected to the people within the city.
Most of my teachers made assignments and had classes wherein we were supposed to go to the museums to actually see the art that we were learning about.
A lot of professors who were guest speakers who would talk about very, I would say, important subjects, like the subject of feminism or the topic of LGBT rights in Latin America. We would go out to the community, partake in a specific cultural activity, while also having opportunities to foster one's knowledge on the region.
For my cocoa and gold class, we had some field trips where we visited some cocoa farms around the country.
NYU took us to Cinque Terre, which is a trip I really enjoyed. We did like a hike through the 5 major towns.
They took us to Stonehenge, they took us to Brighton, Oxford.
We not only benefit from the trips themselves, we also benefit from the engaging conversation and discussions we have in the trips.
Being immersed in a new different culture and meeting different people and also sometimes working together. That really helped me, for example, in my job search because they usually always ask me about your cross-cultural experience.
When you go inside a classroom and you meet people from NYU New York, from NYU Abu Dhabi, from NYU Shanghai, they all come together, they share their experiences. Everybody is super intrigued about your campus. Those things are actually priceless.
I think it's important to go out and explore because it challenges your ideas, but you also realize what you're capable of.
I grew more comfortable with myself and my identity being away from home.
I was able to live independently from these experiences. For me, that was growing up, like just knowing what I need in life.
At the end of the day, I was able to go to an entirely different country with an entirely different cultural context and really thrive.